We began the program this morning visiting with a longtime friend, Paul Pitts. And Paul, Southern Gospel music promoter and executive. And Paul, good morning.
Good morning, Jimmy. Good to see you today.
Good to have you with us this morning. And we talked some yesterday afternoon. Paul came into town for an event coming up over at First Baptist Church in Childersburg. What's going to be going on there tomorrow night?
It's going to be the Griffith homecoming, and of course, be the Griffith family, Jim and Melissa Brady, and also Adam Crabb. There's some good talent there tomorrow night. Starts at 6 o'clock.
Now, Adam Crabb, the Crabb family originally, and he does a fantastic job. Great singer and preacher, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been lucky enough between the family and him both. I've brought them on stage over 20 times already. So, yes, we know him very well, and we really enjoy the music. In fact, I'm going to give away one of his very first CDs when he actually started his own group a long time ago.
Wow.
I still got it sealed, and I'm going to give that away tomorrow night.
All right, that sounds good. Now, you're in, Greer, South Carolina?
I'll actually go to church in Greer, South Carolina. I live in Duncan, South Carolina, real close there, up around Greenville, South Carolina. So we stay pretty busy.
Yeah, well, roots here in Sylacauga, Alabama, though.
Grew up in Sylacauga, Alabama. Went to high school with a guy named Jimmy Abrams, B.B. Comer High School, and of course you was much older than me back then. But
still am.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the Southern Gospel music industry. I know that you're heavily involved in the Southern Gospel music industry, and a lot of good things happening right now.
A lot of good things are happening right now. We've in the Promoter Association, I'm the president of that, and we've added about 40 some odd more promoters in the last 2 years around the nation, because the music's carrying out there again now, starting to really build up. Southern Gospel Music Association, we have our Hall of Fame now right on the main drag in Pigeon Forge, and in the Biblical Times Theater. And we have made it look great. We got everybody that's been elected, they've got the big steel plaques of their emblem and everything. It talks about them, and got a lot of memorabilia throughout the whole time. So we've got that there. Southern Gospel Music Guild, we work that out of Nashville, and we do stuff called Harmony Honors on that. We honor great stars of the past in gospel music. Seawalker Media actually owns the Singing News magazine, radio, the Gospel Greats with Rodney Balcom and all that. We're part of that also, and I can go on down the list. It's tremendously what's really happening and moving. We got a lot of great artists out there, and people are really wanting them good now. We, of course, we have the National Quartet Convention in September each year.
Not that far away.
Not that far away. Already getting great. A number of people getting tickets and buying.
Now they come from all over the world for this event.
Well, we get quite a bit across the United States, a lot out of Canada, but yes, out of Europe, we have people fly in every single year. So we call it national, but we might all just call it international today, because our fan base traverses with the world, not just with the nation.
Southern Gospel music, the music so much hasn't changed, but how we present the music and the social media aspect of it has changed down through the years.
Oh yeah, big time, because you have to go along with what is out there as far as your media and all, whether it's television. Used to, a lot of stuff in the newspaper, we'd advertise that way, make it happen. Today, our subscriptions of newspapers are down, so you got to have other means, and social media is a big mean, whether it's a Facebook type or it's one of the others out there. And then again, you can actually send emails and to areas that we know the artist actually has products sold. Actually, we can actually transverse from what an artist is. If he's got something streaming and his purchases are happening here, here, and here, and he's coming, we can actually find a way to advertise to that group of people today. A lot different on how we actually can target. It's good to have local television, it's good to have local radio, because we use both tremendously, but our music is not played on a lot of individual stations like it used to be. It's more of a national type thing, We've got a gospel station out of Oklahoma. We got the Singing News Radio. We got the Live FM Network that's nationwide. A lot of it shows that way today, or on individual weekend television shows. We got several of those. You do one here. We got them out of Atlanta, Georgia. We got them in a lot of cities across the United States. But you find the means of what the people are looking at. And you know your audience. We know what the age of our audience is. We know that it's a higher percentage of females, like 72% females today, as far as what looks and what we put out in social media. But that tells you something, because that female is telling that husband, we're going. You know, so it works out good that way.
They got the purse strings too.
They got the strings, yeah.
Paul Pitts, our guest this morning. Now, you travel quite a lot.
I do. A lot to do with the Promoter Association. In the last 3 years, we've gone up about 80% more promoters. So I'm out there with them, trying to teach them how to do it right. We have a big code of ethics we go by, and
that is a key.
Yeah.
Not just doing it, but doing it right.
Doing it right. You know, a lot of people go to a big event, and they see the big crowds there, and they might think, well, I do this. You know, it goes a lot more. You can't just put up a sign. You can't just say, I got a group coming in. You got to be able to honestly do a market strategy according to where you're at and which artists you have. I tried to explain that to the males and females both that are promoting out there. And by the way, we have several females out there promoting in generic areas today and doing a great job of it. So we explain that and try to help them make it on through that, yes.
Southern Gospel Music Hall of Fame, that's a big deal.
It is. We have it in Pigeon Forge. It sits inside the Biblical Times Theater. We actually have all the artists that have ever been inducted into it with big, looks like copper-looking plaques up for them, their image and everything. But also at the museum, we have a lot of memorabilia for over the years representing the artists. It's a great thing. And then, of course, every September, on one of the afternoon events at the National Quartet Convention, we bring in the newest members and everything. We're going to bring in 5 members this year, and I'm trying to make sure I know who the names are. Jimmy Swaggart is going to be one brought in this year.
Just celebrated his 90th birthday.
Celebrated his 90th birthday, and we had a representative to go into when he had his 90th birthday celebration and present him with a nomination, let him know that we was going to have him in there this time. And Dwayne of the Oak Ridge Boys, he'll be brought in this time. Gary McFadden, he'll be part of it. Miss Cook of the Cook family, she'll be in there. And just a great group of people this time that we're bringing in.
So, who's hot in Southern Gospel music right now?
Well, you know, we got a lot of great groups out there, but Ghost City has really turned it up this year.
Just right up the road here.
Yeah.
In Gadsden, Alabama.
Gadsden, Alabama, but they have really turned it up. They have a great group. I think, I'm a little prejudiced when I say this, but I think this is as good a group as they had since the years when they had you know, Tim and Brian, and
that goes way back.
It goes way back. But their sound is just really good, all 4 parts, and they put together a great program and a great testimony of the Word too. They're actually doing some multi-day events on their own across the nation too. So they have really hit good. Last year at the Singing News Awards, the Inspirations won every award they were. Group of the Year, each one of them won the individual, like alto, bass, group of the year, all this. People really love the Inspirations.
And you could tell, and you're around them a whole lot more than I, but they seem to have such a kindred spirit and really walk the walk and talk the talk as well.
Oh, they're very faithful to it. They really are. They bring it back what you saw 25, 30 years ago. they're singing those songs.
And they're young kids.
They're young. They're in the most of them are
Yeah.
in their 20s, 20s through 30s and everything like that. But yeah, they go right after it, and it's amazing how the people really fell in love with them.
Paul Pitts, our guest this morning. Now, tell the folks a little bit about what you're doing right now. I know you've got a lot of stuff going on in your hometown, but it's all across the nation.
Right. What we do, we try to help promote this music all across the nation. We have a company called Global Promotions. We have another one called Southern Gospel News Today. So we manufacture a lot of good material on those sites that go out every day. We have a live website. Anything that you see go out on social media, in 5 minutes it's on our websites, globalpromo.org or southerngospelnewstoday.com. It'll carry you to live things that are happening all this week, this month, and then also interviews. We have Getting to Know You with host Paul Pitts. We have weekly interviews every Sunday morning. It comes out. It goes out on the Getting to Know You sites, but also right back to the websites immediately also. Yeah. So we have artists and industry leaders on it every Sunday morning. So we're pretty heavily involved. And at the same time, all the associations, I'm mentioned, everyone we've mentioned so far this morning, I'm on their boards. Yeah. And trustee at the National Quartet Convention. And then one other that I'd like to mention is the Hopper Heritage Foundation. This is where we provide scholarships for ministers, okay? If you're going into the ministry, it can be as a preacher, minister of music, or whatever, you can put in an application for the Hopper Heritage Foundation Scholarship. We have 24 people on scholarship today, and that's just to carry the word forward for the years to come.
Yeah, right before we go this morning, I want to mention again, you're in town for a big homecoming celebration up at First Baptist Church tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, the Griffith family reunion, or homecoming we call it. But Jim and Melissa Brady will be there. If you hadn't heard them lately, oh my God, their sound has really gotten tremendous. And then of course, Adam Crabb, he brings it every single time. You see him on the Gaither Vocal Band today. We carried the Crabb family around the world for 3 years solid, and he knows how to bring it out.
Yeah. Paul, thanks for coming by this morning, and always a pleasure to see longtime friend Paul Pitts, and let's do it again real soon.
Sounds good, Jimmy.
Paul Pitts, our guest this morning. We'll be back with Bruce Carr from 100.9 The Mountain in just a minute.